Good afternoon, Ed Tinkle, our board president here with Gateway Greens. We're live here at the association. Just appreciate your time, Ed, and wanted to get your thoughts, maybe a little background on the community and how your access control system works.
Sounds good. First of all, welcome to Gateway Greens.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time.
We're a gated community, about 1,400 residents.
I see.
We're about 60% full-time, 40% seasonal. We're a complicated community in that, in addition to the 1,400 residents, about 20% of them rent their units out or lease the units out. So that creates an issue for us as far as additional people coming and going.
Sure. Sure.
Further complicating it is we have a country club inside. While we have maybe 300 of our residents that belong to the country club and are also owners here in the community, they're easy to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Our problem is we got 600 plus that live outside the gate and also complicated. Then throw in the normal guests of everybody, vendors, it gets very complicated.
Sure.
Our whole thing is that we are a gated community, and there's two things we worry about, safety and security. And we wanted a system that would provide those things for us. That pretty much summarizes our community. We have 4 gates. One is manned 24/7, one is 12/7, and the other 2 are unmanned. The 3 that are either not full-time all have kiosks,
I see.
and that allows people to get in, their guests to get in, and we have several systems of entry that we'll talk about later on relative to it. But the key is that safety and security is what we were looking for to be able to control. We want to know who's coming into this community.
A couple of things. One of the questions I had for you, what are some of the pain points, some of the issues you were having with your prior vendor, but before bringing ISN on board?
Okay, no. We came in, we thought our only problem was our cable contract. We got through that, and we removed 4 of our prior board members, only to take care of the cable problem. And we were in office for 30 days, and all of a sudden we found out about our security system and our gate access system. It was a disaster followed by a disaster. We were working with a company out of Colorado and California. We were not getting advice. When they first started, we'd call up and we would sometimes get somebody to talk to. Then they went to a queue system and they would call you back sometimes. The issue is that we found things like 5,000 transponders that we had out, none of which were registered.
Wow.
Nothing. We knew nothing about what was going on, and we knew that we had a serious problem. We talked to ISN. They led us to some other communities that had it, and I think that was probably more moving than anything else. You can read documents, you can read research literature, but talking to somebody that's got it, and the 3 that we had, they didn't try to sell us on anything. They just told us what it was. And it did the trick. It did the trick.
It's good to get eyes on it for yourself. There's a lot of moving parts when it comes to the technology. So I see your point there. That's good.
It's a system that provides every one of the needs we've got, and our needs they're complicated. Like, again, we have the owners, we have their tenants, we have country club, then throw in guests and vendors. We've got a lot of those people. I think we were talking earlier today, we're up to something like 4,000 or 5,000 transponders that we have issued.
Wow.
The system is a very sophisticated, up-to-date system. We've had problems in the past here in the community with speeding, so we'll talk about it later, but sure. We purchased 2 of your traffic hawks.
Okay.
And they have paid for themselves in the first 6 months. They totally paid for themselves. Now, some of our people have lead foots, and they've learned to control their speeding. But the thing that's really nice about it is it's integrated with the ISN system itself. So when somebody comes through our gates and they're 8 miles an hour over the speed limit, and we catch them, we immediately get a notice of violation back at the office. Everything is transmitted. The notice of violation with a stamp and an envelope is off and on the way to the person. And then we go through our fining process. But it's slowed people down. This road here is 7,000 feet long, and it's like a racetrack.
Wow.
And they're camouflaged, but they're not hidden. So people know that they work. The big thing is it's not man-hour intensive, in that if you tie it with the ISN system, it works so nice.
So it's all intertwined.
It's all
with
intertwined.
The system.
It tells us exactly who it is.
Mm.
The only problem we have ran into is, like we talked earlier today, is that if somebody switches their license plate on a vehicle and don't tell us, that kind of complicates the issue.
Sure.
But we'll find them.
Yeah, you will.
We'll find them.
Ed, thank you again. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.